Hello friends, Adam here with FED. It's been a while since we talked about Three Houses here on the channel, so today we're going to compare two units from it, Dedue and Raphael. They both serve similar functions in your army, but one of them's got to be better than the other, right? So we're going to take a look at their base stats, growth rates, skills, abilities, everything you name it, everything they have going for them, and we're going to decide which one is better than the other. But before we do that, I have to ask, please sub. If I don't ask, people don't do it. So I'm sorry I keep asking. Help us reach 25,000. Even if we reach 20,000 before the end of the year, I would be really stoked. So please help us reach that milestone. All right, let's talk about these characters, huh? So we'll have Dedue on the left side of your screen and Raphael on the right. We're gonna go thing by thing together here. So I think stats and growth rates are the least important thing when comparing units that are so similar. I think the only time that comparing like base stats or growth rates matters is when it's like an extreme difference. So like if I were to compare Dedue to Petra or something like that, their speed difference would be a talking point. But in this case where everything is really close, doesn't matter a whole lot. I will mention a few things here though. Dedue has the strength and speed and defense lead. So the strength, speed, and defense lead by 1 point in each category. And Raphael has the magic, which who cares, right? Magic lead. He has the luck lead by 1 point, and that's it. So they're all within 1 point of each other in every stat. So it's not that big of a difference, really. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Growth rates, it's a similar story. I don't think it really changes a whole lot here discussing. Raphael does have a higher HP growth by 5%, which, you know, that's kind of his thing, is having a crazy HP stat, right? Dedue has a better speed growth rate, which is, again, only by 5%, and a better defense growth rate, again, only by 5%. But Raphael definitely has the luck lead with a 10% growth, and that's their biggest separation, is the 10% growth and luck there. So it's 35 for Raphael, and only 25 for our friend Dedue. And that's basically it, as far as comparing them stat-wise. They're basically the same, is the answer. Moving on to their skills or their rankings. These also are very similar. I do like that Raphael has the D instead of in gauntlets instead of E+ that Dedue has, but they're fairly balanced overall. I will say that Raphael not having a Bane in flying is a plus over Dedue having a Bane in flying. But overall, these boons and banes and all these starting stuff, they can easily be overcome throughout the course of your playthrough. So while I do think they are important, they aren't as important as other factors that we'll get into later. I think I give the slight edge, the slightest edge, smallest, slightest edge to Raphael here, just because I like gauntlets so much. But Dedue definitely has some really good ranks as well. All right, moving on to their magic lists. They're identical, except Dedue just has more. So they're not identical, but they're super similar, but Dedue gets Ragnarok while Raphael doesn't. So as far as magic goes, which is really unimportant to this discussion, because who's really making Dedue or Raphael like a magic tank person or whatever? Not very many people. I guess you do have to give the edge to Dedue here because of Ragnarok, but otherwise they both just have Fire, Bolganone, and then heal Nosferatu and Recover. Recover is really great. Recover is an underrated healing spell. It just has a really high healing power compared to heal. And it's nice to have around, but you still prefer to have something like Physic or Fortify even. So Recover's good, but other than that, their magic list is pretty bad. And I don't think that really matters all that much, right? All right. Okay, well, let's look at their abilities that they learn. We'll talk about personal abilities in a minute. We're going to start off by just talking about their unique abilities that they can learn. So they both get Battalion Wrath, which is actually really cool, especially with Dedue's setup being that he also wants to be at low HP, so it kind of goes hand in hand. His Battalion HP and his personal HP should both fall kind of together, right? So Battalion Wrath and Vengeance will be able to work together pretty well. And Raphael generally has really high HP, so he does take a lot of damage, right? They both do, but Raphael's whole thing. And then Battalion Wrath, again, really works with that. So he'll be able to take hits, so his battalion can get weakened, and then Battalion Wrath can start activating. And they're both enemy phase units, right, with their high defense and HP, so Battalion Wrath just really works with them. I think it works better on them than some other units who have it. I would say the only thing that would make it better is if they had, of course, Battalion Vantage, but there's only one unit who gets that combo, and it makes them completely and utterly broken. Raphael has the extra utility of Rally Strength, though, over Dedue, which I think gives him the win here. Rally Strength is really awesome. +4 Strength usually equates to +1 Speed and +4 Might for an attack, right? Because of how the weight mitigation formula works. It's the strength, it's your weapon weight minus strength divided by 5. And then you subtract that number from your speed to get your attack speed, right? So Rally Strength giving +4 strength most of the time gives you an extra point of speed on the unit you use it on, which is really nice. I think more often than not you want to be attacking with Raphael though, so it's not a huge deal, but of course it's just one more thing that Dedue, it's a thing that Dedue doesn't have, and otherwise they're equal in this scenario, so Raphael definitely gets the win in abilities that they learn that are unique to them. All right, combat art time. This is where Dedue definitely kind of takes a lead here. He has some really good combat arts here. We'll start with Raphael. Wild Abandon, Monster Crusher, and Draining Blow. Monster Crusher probably the most interesting one of his unique learned combat arts. Just because, you know, effective damage against monsters is always good. But, I mean, I would rather have that on another weapon type, because effective damage with gauntlets is like nothing, because they're low might anyways. Dedue has some insane combat arts, guys. Vengeance is busted. Everyone talks about Vengeance on Bernadetta. No one talks about Vengeance on Dedue. I don't know why. Vengeance is crazy. So essentially you add your missing HP, like it's your current HP determines how much damage you'll do with Vengeance. So Dedue can have really high HP. He has really good growth, good base stat in it. He takes a lot of damage because he's on the front line. His Vengeance damage will be kind of insane. It'll be really, really good. Monster Breaker, you know, they both, it's similar to Monster Crusher, it's just effective against monsters. But being on an axe is more, will deal more damage overall, because axes just have higher might in the way that damage calculation works with effective weaponry and stuff. And then 1-2 Punch is the other one I wanted to talk about. Armor Strike and Mighty Blow or whatever, to me. But 1-2 Punch is really good that Dedue gets. I wish Raphael got it, because I think it's a really fun and interesting combat art. But 1-2 Punch essentially gives Dedue Wary Fighter when he attacks. So it's not described well, but essentially it sets your speed to be higher than the enemy's, and then allows you to double attack. So you attack twice while the enemy only attacks once. So even if you fight like a sword master that has like 57 speed or whatever, attack speed at the end of the game or whatever they have, 1-2 Punch will make it so they can only attack once, which can be insanely, insanely good. That is a very underrated combat art. That's like, he gets it, I think, and like Aloise gets it, and I think that might be it. There might be one other, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Really good exclusive combat art that Dedue has there. Or nearly exclusive, I should say. Very good stuff. I definitely think Dedue takes a huge lead here with combat arts. Raphael's are just kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. But now it's time to talk about... Ooh, I love it when ads pop up everywhere on these websites. Thanks, guys. Thanks, fe3h.com. All right. This is the topic, though. This is a big one, right? Everyone loves Staunch Shield on Dedue. If unit takes no action except wait, grants defense +4 for 1 turn. I hate just waiting on player phase. Three Houses is such a player phase heavy game that waiting to get +4 defense just kind of hurts me. It has its uses, I won't deny that. It does make him much more survivable, especially in the early game. Very, very tanky in the early game. But I really, really miss attacking, right? Attacking almost always feels better than getting your defense +4. But it's there, it's cool. And then, of course, Raphael has Goodie Basket. I often joke and say that this is the best skill or best ability in Three Houses. And I hate to break the meme or whatever, But yeah, it's not that good, guys. But you already knew that. You already knew that. A chance to recover up to 10 HP, 10% of your max HP at the start of each turn, at a luck percent chance of it happening, is pretty bad. That's just not a good ability. It'd be great if it was every turn he gained 10% of his max HP back. That would be a different story. I think that'd be a lot more interesting. But as it stands, it's just not very good. All right, well, I think overall between the combat arts and really that's it. I think it's just the combat arts that really separate these two as far as meaningful differences. I think that Dedue takes it. Staunch Shield is definitely better than Goodie Basket as well. I think Dedue is overall a better unit than Raphael. I hate to say it because Raphael is my boy. He's one of my favorite units ever. But I think that's pretty obvious to everyone in the comment section, I'm sure, and pretty much everyone who's played the game and used both units. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more Fire Emblem content, and of course, leave your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you think. Who's better and why? Thanks for watching.